You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, the Jets have made a move at quarterback. They have now signed Trevor Siemian to the practice squad. Now, you guys know from yesterday's video that Colin Kaepernick put out a letter demanding that the Jets bring him back into NFL slavery because Colin Kaepernick equated the NFL Combine, to a slave trade. Now, this was actually, I believe, like a few years back, and he's been grifting, talking about the NFL has been keeping him out and everything. No, the man can't play. He's been given opportunity after opportunity, but the writing's on the wall. He cannot play anymore. Now, Trevor Siemian is definitely not going to be the answer to the problems that the Jets actually have at quarterback. That is why he is on the practice squad. Now, Trevor Siemian, unlike Colin Kaepernick, has actually played in NFL games. So, and also, by the way, guys, Trevor Siemian is also somewhat familiar with the offense that the Jets actually do run. So, here we go. New York Post here. Jets sign veteran quarterback Trevor Siemian as Zach Wilson struggles. Everyone calling for the Jets to sign a quarterback got what they wanted Tuesday, but it still may not quiet the cries for the franchise to fit the position. The Jets had veteran Trevor Siemian in for a visit on Tuesday and signed him to the practice squad after he passed his physical. This will be the second stint with the Jets for the 31-year-old. He played for the Jets in 2019, making one abbreviated start in Week 2 against the Browns on Monday Night Football. Myles Garrett hit Siemian and caused a season-ending ankle injury after he threw just 6 passes. The signing of Siemian likely will do little to calm down Jets fans who are tired of seeing Zach Wilson at quarterback. And trust me, guys, I feel your pain. Zach Wilson sucks. I believe Rhodes actually said on his video yesterday that Zach Wilson is actually worse than the guy that the 49ers just traded to my Cowboys. Why is his name slipping my mind right now? I don't know, but he's relevant. But anyway, Siemian will be on the practice squad and needs to get up to speed on the playbook before the Jets can consider bringing him up to the active roster. And chances are, guys, he'll probably end up getting being brought up because the Jets definitely need the depth at QB. But look here. Siemian does have familiarity with the West Coast offense, and he played for Luke Getsy with the Bears last season. Yeah, this man has actually been around the NFL. He started 1 game in 2022, 4 in 2021. He didn't play in 2020, and he did have a start in 2019. He's a veteran. He's 31 years old. He's not a very good quarterback. We already know that. We know that. But that is not stopping the wotes like Jemele Hill from being triggered that Trevor Siemian was signed to the Jets and not Colin Kaepernick. Yep. Look at this, guys. Jemele Hill on X, and guys, give me a follow on X at RealJohnMatrix with 2 X's. Past 600 followers over there. Really appreciate it. Let's get me up to 1,000. But she retweets this pathetic Colin Kaepernick letter where Kaepernick was demanding to get back into slavery, and she puts this out. The Jets instead chose to sign Trevor Siemian, who checks notes is 31 years old and hasn't won a game since 2017. But sure, Colin isn't playing because it's a football decision. Well, the thing is, man, Trevor Siemian may have not won a game since 2017, but he has actually been better than Colin Kaepernick and good enough to actually be in the league. And that's saying something right there because Trevor Siemian, he's not a great quarterback. He's not a very good quarterback, but he's a backup. He came in on the practice squad. Colin Kaepernick is done. Done. He's not even good enough to be on the practice squad. And Jemele Hill is freaking out about this. Trevor Siemian has been in the NFL as of late. Colin Kaepernick, not so much. Colin Kaepernick has not been around in 7 years. So what if he actually says that he's working out? So what? A lot of guys work out. That doesn't mean that they're actually in NFL shape. He's throwing the ball, so he says that he's actually getting up, still throwing the ball. So what? He can't play anymore. And Jemele Hill is getting destroyed on this thing. Some of the comments here is definitely a football decision. He hasn't played in years. Watson missed only 1 full year and is still struggling to get back to normal. Yeah, and we talked about that. Deshaun Watson, he has struggled. He missed 1 year, not because of injury. He came back, wasn't the same guy. Jemele Hill says, so he's now better than Trevor Siemian. Talking about Colin Kaepernick. I believe that Kaepernick is not better than Trevor Siemian right now for the mere fact Cap has not been around the NFL roster in forever. Okay? Now, Delano Squires here calling out Jemele Hill because he's actually showing this clip here of Colin Kaepernick equating the NFL to slavery. So Delano Squires says, why do you want this man to be a slave so badly? Better yet, why does he want to return to the NFL's oppressive plantation after gaining his freedom? Don't you think that's strange behavior for a self-professed abolitionist? Yeah. Colin Kaepernick has been exposed. He has been exposed. Next comment here. Colin Kaepernick isn't good enough for all the controversy he brings. That's the cost-benefit analysis. Contrary to that was Antonio Brown, who was very controversial, but was a superstar on the field. That's the difference. Thing is, Antonio Brown still had the skills. So that is why he actually went to the Patriots, and he ended up going to the Buccaneers, Tom Brady, because regardless of the controversy, he could still perform. And he did win a Super Bowl. So his skills weren't eroding. Kaepernick was done. Remember, Kaepernick was benched for Blaine Gabbert. And Jemele Hill brings up that Trevor Siemian hasn't won a game since 2017. You guys remember the record of Colin Kaepernick? You know, his last season or so? I believe he went like 3-15. He had an 0-11 stretch. The man was not good. He wasn't good. Even right here, they mention it. Colin Kaepernick is, Chet's notes, 35 and hasn't played in the NFL or won a game since 2016. In fact, he's only been a part of 3 wins since 2015, but go off. Yeah. Jemele Hill is getting hit with facts here. Next one here. Colin was 3-16. I was wrong. I said 3-15. He was 3-16. His last 2 years in San Francisco. That was 7-8 years ago when he was 28-29. What makes you think after being out of football for 7 years, he will all of a sudden figure it out? Colin had one good year was when San Francisco went to the Super Bowl, but even that year was average stats-wise. Absent that one good year, Colin's record as a starter was 16-26. Please stop. This is how Colin's name. This is how Colin keeps his name current and allows him to sell his brand. That's it. No serious commentator believes he can play at a winning NFL level. Hell, he couldn't even play 8 years ago. Yeah, this is not going good for Jemele Hill. She is freaking out. She is triggered that Trevor Siemian was actually signed and not Colin Kaepernick. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.